spotlight on, not a fan humming. Her anxiety grows, pushing her to pick up the phone, call the electric company and the city to get some information, but the only responses are from voicemail systems, or incredibly uninformed, vague, and uncaring human beings. They don't reassure her one bit, quite the opposite. Milena Migliari goes back out to the main road, talks to the bakery owner, who knows as much as she does, and is just as worried, shakes her head. Then she goes into the real estate agency next door. 2 of the employees are staring fixedly at their cell phone screens. A third is vainly calling for information. She returns to the gelateria and tries to calm down. Listens to Guadalupe's account of her cousin's birthday party in Quetzaltenango that she joined via Skype. Every few minutes she looks at the wall clock, goes to check the lab. She tries calling the electric company again, the city. Nothing. She paces back and forth, from the counter to the lab to the counter, her cell phone pressed to her ear, her heart beating faster at the thought of the power returning who knows when, and the temperature in the pans rising to the point of no return. Still nothing happens, so before the situation gets any worse, she makes a decision. She tells Guadalupe to help her fill up cones and cups, to distribute them to anyone passing by outside. But tourist season is indeed long over. On the streets of the old town are only a few elderly ladies with grocery bags, a few slightly furtive North African laborers, a few Northern European tourist couples looking lost, a few worried store owners trying to figure out how the situation is going to pan out. If the blackout had occurred in July or August, or even September, she and Guadalupe would have been able to give away all their gelato in half an hour, and it would have been great publicity for the store. As things stand, they practically have to beg the rare passers-by to accept a free cone or cup. Baffled faces, distracted expressions, raised chins, hurried steps. It's incredible how offering anything for free arouses suspicion. To convince people, they smile profusely, make reassuring gestures with their head and arms, explain that they're not asking them to give blood or join a religious sect. But progress is so slow that after a while Milena goes back inside and starts filling up the 1-pound containers, starts taking them to the real estate agencies and faux Provençal handicraft stores, to the restaurants. It's ironic, because in summer she is inundated with requests she's unable to satisfy, having to explain time and again that her production is limited, her preparation slow and complex, that she can only satisfy a limited number of people at a time. But now, between the blackout and the lack of tourists, no one seems excited about the enchanting yellow-red of Maquis arbutu berry, the golden brown of Montereau jujube, the vibrant green of Mont gooseberry. Sure, a couple of people thank her, but mostly it seems like they're doing her a favor by accepting for free a container that a couple of months earlier they would have fought to pay for. And when she explains with a hint of urgency in her voice that the gelato needs to be eaten soon to avoid it losing its ideal consistency, they look at her like she's an obsessive freak whose concerns are totally inappropriate given the situation in which they all find themselves. Milena Migliari goes back inside, makes more useless phone calls, gets more useless answers. She checks the temperature in the counter pans with the infrared thermometer, which also luckily runs on batteries. 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Still okay, but it keeps rising, naturally. She already pictures herself poking around dejectedly with the spatula in little puddles of various colors. She and Guadalupe look at each other in despair. It's not just the imminent loss of gelato, it's a much vaster feeling of decay, extending to the very confines of her life. When the telephone rings, she jumps up to get it, surprised that one of the unfeeling bureaucrats she reached out to has taken the initiative to update her on the situation. She presses the receiver to her ear, her hand trembling slightly with agitation. Hello? Is this La Merveille Imperfect in Fayence, the gelateria? The woman's voice on the other end of the line sounds slightly harsh over the background noise of a moving car. Yes, what can I do for you? Milena Migliari tries to sound professional, but given the circumstances, she isn't very successful. I've just read some amazing things about your gelato. The voice has a slight foreign inflection, but